Hey, is everyone here? Is anyone here? Dan Diego, what's up, man? Is this Maury? No, this is me. What's going on, everybody? Is my shit coming through? Nope. Wrong buttons. Can anybody hear me? Is there anybody in there? Do I look like I just woke up 5 minutes ago? Because I did. Is it working? Let me pull it up on the big one. Who's that? T.A. Alvarado? What's up, man? Let's get into it, baby. Rock and roll.
Say it. M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
One more time. I'm still getting everything set up.
Say it. M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
All right, we're back. I think we're here. What's going on, everybody? What's up, CH from Home Barrage for Everything? Hope everyone's doing well. I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago, and Maury might be cruising over. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are drinking, what you're wearing, what you're not wearing. There's a new Homebrew Flight video. It's a real video. Feels good that it's actually getting some shine. What's up, Jeff Falinsky? Jeff Falinsky, good day from Australia. Good day from San Diego. Here's my beer I just brewed. It's Frank Zappa Mexican Lager. It is delish. Look at this Warlord. I'm up. 3 Dogs Brewery. Usually I'm a little bit more prepared, but sometimes the show's got to go on, and we're just gonna rock and roll, cook with grease, walk and roll. We're gonna walk and roll. Homebrew saison, right on, man. Cheers. Is my sound chips working? I look like I just got hit by a bus and died, and then got stung by a bee while I was dead in my face. Watermelon IPA, hell yeah. What's up, Mike? What's up, Time Traveler? Time Traveling Philanthropist. That's a hell of a YouTube name. Matt Landis, what's up, Brunch? This is, we're just over here drinking Pedialites and shit. What up, John Elliott? What's up, you brunch? Woo. All right, here we go. What happened last week? We brewed on Sunday. We tried to start a shitty 24-hour stream. That did not happen. Hope everyone's well. Lex Deal, thanks for the super chat. Speaking of super chats, shout out to the super chatters from last week. Who was on last week? It was just me. Every day's like Groundhog Day. Sort of. Thank you, Lex Deal, for the super chat, baby. Come on down. Last week's super chatters, Pony Pasture Brewery, showing love out there from Virginia. Thank you so much, man. Jonathan Hines, you're the barrage. Canadian Jonathan Hines. Trev Who, he might be showing up. I flaked on him this morning. We might have big news. We have big news, but I don't know if my big mouth can launch it yet. It's not really my big news. It's somebody else's big news, but we're kind of in this beer thing kind of all together. Everybody, we all are. Chris Ratty, thank you so much. Kiowaska. That's my girl. She's a friend. She's a friend. That's a girl. Victor Hooper, thank you so much, man. Animated Homebrew, thank you. Paul Hardy, thank you. I'm gonna do a new thing where every Wednesday night I'm gonna put a new up and coming YouTuber, brewtuber who's trying to get a channel going, and I can tell that they're putting effort into it. And this week it's Animated Homebrew, and I've got his link in the bio of this video. So he's got a good channel. We're going to try to collab. I'm doing a collab with him. I'm doing a collab with Clawhammer Supply, and the collab is that me and Ross and Emmett, we're just all going to fight to the death, and it should be a good video. So I'm going to start doing that every week. Paul Hardy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Brandon McMillan, I hope everybody got their t-shirts. I'm only 2 states away. Where's my t-shirt for the Bebop and Rocksteady answer last week? Tom Alvarado, thank you so much, Braj. Tom's been a MySpace top 8 since day one, man. Thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. And that helps me not get a roommate and helps me buy Visine because I look like a $3 Bill Clinton right now. I'm only 2 states away. Where's my t-shirt for the Bebop and Rocksteady answer? Brandon McMillan, I hope you got it. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the love. I hope you got your t-shirt. Maso things. He's out of jail. He's out of prison. He's brewing. He's brewing a lot. He got me, though. Thank you so much. Lex Steele, always showing love. He's always number one. Except for this week. I'm always looking for his comment to show up instantly, and it was not there. Jonathan Elliott, thank you, man. He's my barrage. He came down a couple weeks ago, him and Eric Lane. Always showing love. They're barrages. They're brewers. They're real brewers. Artillery Channel, thank you. Kim Hill, thank you. He's in here. He got me, though, again. Today, waffle pizza makes my MySpace top 8. Yeah, it's good to have a real YouTube video out. And then Eric Lane. He was the last super chatter. And James Marshall, thank you so much. Bodine's Brews, what's up, man? What's up, you Braj? Hope you're doing well. I think that's the Braj out there in New Jersey. I've got a picture of him, a letter that he wrote me. Brendan Bendorf, and I think we did a beer trade. But yeah, hope everyone's well. What do we got going on besides me not being ready? I do have some stuff written down. Advantages homebrewers have over commercial brewers. And this is real because I think that homebrewers can actually make better beer than commercial brewers. Cans versus bottles, we already talked about that. Proper pitch rate of Biofine. Biofine's the new one. Everyone's saving the world one beer at a time. Some beer off flavors are delicious. They are. We need off flavors that are like filet mignon or chicken cordon bleu. What's the best form of social media? I can answer that probably right now. Probably OnlyFans or Patreon. Yeah. Probably if you are trying to grow, that was a question I got today. What's the best form of social media to be an average Joe and start a following on? Probably OnlyFans or Patreon. Cable Hogan, what's up, man? How are you, Braj? What's up? Trying to get the motivation to get out and brew tonight. Tonight, I'm with you, man, in spirit. I've never brewed tonight. I'm afraid of brewing tonight. Proper beer glasses and their names. I don't really have anything written down for that. Talking about beer glasses. Maybe you guys can help me out with that shit. I was talking shit. Steins and pint glasses and where they're from and country of origin, stuff like that. I still don't have a cell phone. I think it's like day 10. No cell phone for 6 months. I love it. I fucking love it. I read 30 pages of Frankenstein last night. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book. And I'm hooked. I haven't been hooked on a book in forever. Corny kegs are the best fermenters. They are. Corny kegs are without question the best fermenters, and you have a corny keg. That means you already have the best fermenter. Why did they discontinue the Frank Zappa Lagunitas beer? I don't know, but I think I know. 50-50 Spunding Valve blind taste test beers. The test was a joke, and I know nothing about brewing. I absolutely know nothing about brewing. For those who didn't watch the last Homebrew for Life video, we did a it was a grain of glass video, but it was more of like kind of a Mythbusters experiment, trying to figure out if everyone knows that you could ferment lager temperatures under pressure you can ferment lager yeast under pressure at room temperature, and you're going to get great tasting beer. The experiment was that do you even need to put them under pressure to get the great tasting beer? And you do not. And I'm not speaking for every lager yeast, but this is what it looks like. It literally looks like this. What's up, Tom Allen? What's up, Goose Fraba? I'll wait for Trevor to come over. I think Maury's cruising over too. Maury's got like a 14-hour workday. I showed up at Booze Brothers today and had some breakfast beers, and he was in like Maury mode. Nobody talked to me. That's fair. We all got work days. Flash Dog, thank you for the super chat. Gave Gina's $10. Snicker, love the channels, man. Flash Sea Dog, thank you so much, man. Those super chats keep me from not having a roommate. And I apologize, I'm still in like spirit world. Eric Lane knows what I'm talking about. Jonathan Elliott, Eric Lane know what I'm talking about. I feel like I just woke up from getting knocked out in the octagon or choked out or something. But we're here, we're cooking with grease. That'd be rad if Maury shows up. I can't make the announcement without Trevor. But what's up, It's Rec? What's going on, Braj? If anybody has any questions on brewing, there's no egos here. I don't give a shit if you're extract or you've got all these medals and you post them up and you've got a beer tattoo. If you have a question about home brewing, put it in the chat and people will help you out. There's no doubt about it, man. It's Rec will help you out. Tom will help you out. Brew Milton will help you out. Delonius will help you out. Roswell's, if he's even still alive. But yeah, we did the video and we did the blind taste contest. And I knew when I did the final gravity for the 2 beers, long story short, I made an 8-gallon batch of beer and I cut it in half. And it was probably a better idea to do that than do 2 5-gallon batches because it's the same batch. It's just the same batch. We'll try to get Trevor on, Tom Alvarado. Yeah. What up, party time? What's up, brunch? One day my corny keg fermenting was blowing through the pressure release. Forgot to put the spinning valve on. Yeah, and I also wouldn't do beers that are, you know, I think Brew Mill Tony had that problem. He did like a quad or a Belgian triple, like a 10% beer in a corny keg. That's what you don't want to do. That's when you definitely want to not even have an airlock. I'd have a blow-off tube. Sometimes airlocks aren't even good enough. Is he in here? Trev in here? No. I'll text him here in a little bit, or I'll hit him up on Instagram direct. But we did the video, and it was the same batch. I did a plot twist at the end, and I just put 3 more gallons of distilled water into it, and I turned 1 5-gallon batch into ultimately a 9-gallon batch. And the Anvil Foundry was a trooper. That's a lot of water for a little electric engine, a little 110 or 120 volt to heat up, but it did it. And I put in a pint of Pilsner dry malt extract. Putting in dry malt extract, it's got a weird calculator online. It's a weird formula. I just do it by the cup. I know a cup's going to bring it up probably, a half cup's going to bring it up probably like, it's going to make it go from like 4 to 5, 3 to 4% beer, 4 to 5% beer, 5 to 6% beer. So I knew a full pint was going to do the trick. And that's just a very homebrew for life kind of on the fly, just kind of a bullshit way to hack a brew day, but it worked. I mean, this is it. I mean, you guys can see I'm going to go fill up another one. The carbonation's perfect. So long story short, the video, they both ended at 10:06, which is a super low gravity. That's like a mead final gravity. Usually when you're brewing, you're around 10:10. That's when fermentation is done for fermenting malt. I don't know why it does that. Why, if you do honey or wine, it always goes lower and closer to water, sometimes under. What's water 1.0? The density of sugar, I'm not a Plato guy. I'm still a final gravity guy. But it was 10:06 for beer, and I think that's probably the youngest I've ever had. What up, Delonius? What's up, brunch? What up, Dill? Pacific Northwest in the house, man. Hope you're well. And it finished at 10:06, and I knew right then, I was like, I shouldn't have to do this blind taste contest because I thought one would be 10:08 and one would be like 10:14. I thought the beer under pressure would, I don't know. I just thought they'd be different. I definitely thought they would be different, and they were 10:06. It was crazy. So, and I stole that idea from Donnie. Donnie got the idea from Marshall. Shout out to Marshall at Brewlosophy. I've emailed him. I email everybody. Marshall's too cool for school, man. He won't write me back. But he was the guy that put the idea in the head, in Donnie's head, and then I stole the idea from Donnie. He was just like, I'm doing triangular taste tests with beers under pressure versus beers that just have an airlock or blow-off tube, and I cannot tell the difference. And that was the video, and it feels good to get views on the video because we do a lot of homebrew or a lot of cooking videos, and they bomb, and it kind of fucks up our whole like algorithm because they just don't get views, and then YouTube's like, if people aren't watching it, we're not going to promote your other videos. But this last video got some shine. If it can get like 3,000 views in the first 24 hours, it's the carousel's kind of rolling for the channel. So thank you to everybody who watched that video. I mean that from the bottom of my penis and heart. Amarillo SMASH. SMASH is a great way to start brewing if you really want to learn about beer, or if you really want to pick apart yeast and hops and grain and stuff like that. SMASH beers are popular as shit. The Brewlosophy Homebrew for Life Collab is what I need. I'm super down. I know Marshall's kind of more of like a podcast guy. I don't know if he puts his, I think he's got a YouTube channel. I don't know. Some people are just kind of comfortable in their own ways, and that's fair. I don't have I used to have a problem putting a camera in front of my face, but I've nulled that since. If you're afraid to go on a roller coaster, go on roller coasters. If you're afraid to speak in front of people, speak in front of people. Null that sense. Think nothing of it. drinking my pale ale at Mirapon. Yeah, we got collabs coming up. I'm going to do one with Clawhammer. I've been talking to Emmett and Kyle. We've been going back and forth on email. I'm stoked off them. They're a big inspiration for Homebrew for Life. They, without question, have the best production for any channel, in my opinion. There's a lot of channels out there. There's a lot of good information, but I think that they are the bar for BrewTube channels on YouTube, and I think it's kind of by a lot. Justin Brewing said that on the channel. There's no shame in that. They push it. They inspire me, and let's rock and roll. When is the Homebrew for Life Clawhammer video coming out? It's going to be a while, Pony, because it's a grain to glass video. Those take the longest because we're dealing with fermentation, and they're going to try to mimic Homebrew for Life's style. I don't know how they're going to do that. Just do the intro. Today we're gonna maybe. And then I'm going to try to mimic their style. So I'm trying to get pictures from Kyle right now and set up green screen so it looks like we're in their, I guess, kitchen or living room. Their super cool brew house set up with all the wood panels in the back. So it should be cool. And they're going to do our Creamsicle IPA video with the one we did with Battle Mage that they didn't fucking put on tap. And I'm super pissed about because that video did good and that recipe was delicious. Type in Orange Creamsicle Milkshake IPA. Orange is the new barrage. And then we're going to do their, I don't know, it's their most popular beer recipe. It's Lazy, Hazy, Summer Session IPA. It's, just check it out. There's a girl on the thumbnail of it. And should be cool. Should be really cool. We're doing a video with Trent. What up, D. Gomez? Diddy Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country 2 in the house. Are my sound clips coming through? Can anybody help me out with that? Is this working? Damn, I look like shit. Shout out to everybody who's here right now. We got 56 people watching. If you're new to the channel, smash that beer over your head because we've been doing this for like 4 years, man. Where you been? No, I'm just kidding. Don't have anything to drink. And then we're doing no clips. Haven't heard a sound clip. Can't have that. All right, before I shit the bed, let's try it this way. Let's take this one out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take her easy. Take her easy. She's my baby, and that's the way. All right, so we've got that. We're going to go to... Oh, I didn't feed my cat. It'll live. What up, Pops? Playing golf tomorrow? He's stoked. He's the biggest Frank Zappa fan ever. Is it coming through? Is it coming through?
Back off, war child. Seriously.
There's my war child. Bodine, sell me out. Goose Fraba. Party Time Brewing. Big Daddy Paul. PH. It's coming through. What's up, Brian Carter? How are you, man? All right, here we go. Looking forward to the Clawhammer supply. We're doing a video. Me and Trent both got the Mr. Beer brew kits. The thing about brew kits, those $35, we've all seen them. I've seen them at 99 cents, not 99 cent stores, but like thrift stores and stuff like that. This is driving me crazy. They've withstood the test of time. Like on paper, that should be the most gimmicky bullshit thing ever. Like a instant beer, plastic barrel, yada, yada, yada. I was talking to Mike from Culver. He's kind of, Trent is killing it, yeah. He's kind of probably been on Homebrew for Life more than anybody at this point. And he said he had that in high school. He said he's been doing the Mr. Beer stuff since he was a sophomore. And he's probably 31, so that was like 16 years ago. So we both bought the Mr. Beer stuff. What up, Yeast and the Beast? How are you, man? Yeast and the Beast, I hope you're doing well, you Brungy. And I would hope that their beer kits have gotten better since Mike was in high school. That was a long time ago. But I just got the thing. Trent's going to make the thing. And we're going to see how good the beer is. And I don't know. There's two ways I could do this video. I could either just do it and ferment it by the instructions that are like, keep it in a room temperature, dark spot. Or I could do the homebrew thing with it and temp control it and try to make it the best possible beer ever, which I'm probably not, because that's probably for another video, because that's kind of like an advanced way. Us as homebrewers have things that the naked eye guy does not have. But we're gonna do a blind taste contest with. Me and Trent both bought the Bud Light versions or the American Light versions. They've got an amber, they've got a stout, they've got maybe a bitter one or a pale ale, and they've got a light one. So we're gonna see like what goes on with this and do a blind taste contest next to I don't know, Bud Light or Trader Joe's beers. Hopefully not my Frank Zappa beer. Blind taste contest. Tell me that the Mr. Beer Bucket tastes better than this. I'll be pissed. Yeah, Jonathan, short-circuited, mandatory, man. Shout out to Brian. Brian wants to come on. You're always more than welcome. He's got the setup. I've got no game plan for tonight. Brian, I got a couple good clips of you in the last Homebrew for Life video. Definitely your short-circuited glass of the FUPA that you sent me. That got some shine in the last video. If you guys want to support another great homebrewing channel, check out Short Circuited. He's got mugs. He's got his own website outside of the free website that YouTube gives us. What up, Raj Mill? Tony's okay. Tony got in a fist fight last week. He'll live to tell about it. But if you guys want to support Short Circuited Brewers, you know what? I should get the glass right now. I'm kind of being a piece of shit. Check out Short Circuited. Check them out anyways, if you don't want to buy the glass or not. It's funny, you think that everybody on YouTube watches the same YouTubers, but I look at Brian's videos or I'll look at Flora's videos and I'll read the comments and I don't recognize any of them. And I don't know. It's like we all kind of have our own different people that comment, which is weird. You'd think they'd all be the same. So with that, if anybody doesn't know who Short Circuited's channel is, give them a look. What up, Eric Lane? Spirit World, baby. Spirit World Brew Co. And then Animated Brewing, we're going to do a collab. I don't think I know his first name or his, what he actually looks like. Nor do I care. If he doesn't want to show his face, that's fine. I already know what too many people look like. But, Spirit World, baby. That's the inside joke of inside jokes. But, he's got a good channel, Animated Brewing, the link in the bio, and it's very animated. And we're going to try to do a clip where he's making a video and then me and Maury kind of bomb in and F his world up and just want to chug beers and do MBCs and stuff like that. So Hopeful Brewing will get you on, man. I'll get your t-shirt out to you. I know that you're the one guy left. There's like 10 people that Brian and I ship stuff out to. I'll get your t-shirt out to you, man. And that's all I have to say about that, man. Hope everybody's well. I got a Sierra Nevada right here I'm going to crack. I hope Brian's setting up his stuff right now because I'm... Oh, and if anybody asks, I made a joke. We collabed with Northern Brewer for the last video, and they're cool. They're super cool. What up, Mohammed? What's up, you brunch?
Wow.
Yo, what up? Doing an overnight mash for a smash beer with Maris Otter and Lupo Max El Dorado. Right on, man. Check out Zappa hops. They're a very universal hop. You could do a pale ale. You could do an IPA. You could do a Mexican lager. I mean, you could do that with any beer. But it's delicious. It's peppery. And I love it. I love this hop. What up, Gnome Brewing? He's got a great YouTube channel, too. He took a little bit of time off. That's cool. Fernando, what's up, man? How are you, you brunch? Fernando Quintanilla. You sound like you play for the San Diego Padres, and I love you for it. What up, Martin Weber? What up, you brunch? Short Circuited Brewers. Braj, I'm on the couch. I am sprawled out. I hear you. 10% off Northern Brewer. They were cool because we do a lot of off-the-wall shit for Homebrew for Life, and I said in the video, like, if you go to their website and type in Homebrew for Life, they're going to charge you triple. They got the joke. They weren't offended by it. They didn't want me to take the video down. Not that I would. I would never take a video down unless I, really fucked up. 10% off Northern Brewer. They're cool. I'd imagine Brian's in touch with them. Flora, Larry, the Homebrew Challenge, Clawhammer Supply, but they're kind of doing their own thing again. They're at one time, Brian and I talked about this. They were bought out by InBev, and they're not anymore. They're trying to get away from that, and they're trying to just speak to the homebrewing community more. And they loved the video, and I think they loved the video. I don't know. I never know what the people are really thinking. But yeah, Brian, hit them up. They'll sponsor videos, and we legitimately tried to find the Frank Zappa hop, like 3 different local homebrew places, and they don't have it. Usually our local homebrew places only have like the top 10 stuff, you know, the Simcoe, the Mosaic, the MySpace top 8 stuff. Brandon McMillan, did you get your t-shirt? Just checked my mail right now. You didn't have to send 2 t-shirts. That's my fuck up, man. Thank you, Brandon. Much love, Braj. Yeah, local homebrew stores, they're always going to have like the 2-road, the Maris Otter, Crystal 40, all the popular stuff. But when you're actually like really looking for something and you want to really experiment, they're not going to have it. Mine aren't going to have it, but Northern Brewer, what was the one Short Circuit was talking about? Midwest Supply. And what's the other big one? Morebeer.com. They will. And they shipped us everything out. And they said, give us a shout out. We'll send you $100 worth of stuff. And I was like, you got a deal. And thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for not helping me get a roommate. I still don't have a roommate. I don't have a phone. But I also do not have a roommate. Get your bucks out, Brages. Rent's almost due. That's right. And we got 63 people here watching right now. Maybe it's an NBC. I got to feed my cat. Do I have enough time to NBC and feed my cat? Josh Utley, more beer. I love more beer. I love more beer too. I never have bought stuff off the one that Brian was talking about. Midwest Valley or Mid Supply or something. But yeah, more beer and Northern Brewer have always been the shit, man. They've, you know, the bummer about buying yeast online is that it could be like $30 because it's got to be next day and it's got to be ice packs and they're going to hit you with $5 or $7 for that. But when you got to brew, you got to do it. Thank you, Tom Alvarado. Much love, Raj. Yakima Valley's the shit too. That's another thing. It's like you're paying more probably for shipping than product sometimes. Video idea. Let a homeless person live with you for a week, but they have to do a brew video with you. That's the worst idea of all time, Hopeful Brewing. But thank you for the participation. That is definitely the worst idea I've ever heard in my entire life. Midwest Supplies, yeah. Don't forget to support your local homebrew shop. Shop them if you got them. Yeah, hell yeah. Deloney, it's good to see you, man. Ryan Carter, thanks for the shirt, Braj. We could probably do, I think it was just me. We did a trivia about the beers that I would name if I ever owned a brewery. And I will own a brewery one day. It's going to be a 3-barrel system, and it's going to be in San Wataneo, the city from Shawshank Redemption at the end when Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins get back together and the credits roll. But yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady IPA, Abbey Normal, Young Frankenstein, Alvin Mack. I've got these kind of written down. Jonathan Elliott, he's the Braj. He just bought me a plane ticket. Now I have to go up to Astoria, Oregon, and hit a golf ball from his backyard. His shit's a trip. He's got a backyard where there's like a peninsula, and I don't know if it's military or what's going on, but I've seen a bunch of pictures of it, and it looks like he lives in like Florida with a dock or something like that. It's killer. Thank you, Jonathan Elliott. Cheers. I need another beer. Making it rain. Thank you guys. Much love. See what's going on with Maury and Trev. I don't even need to write anything down anymore. Sometimes I don't get stressed out, but sometimes I'll make it a point of like, hey, we got to write some shit down. We can just go off the chat. This is cool as shit. We've been on for 30 minutes. Eric Lane. Yeah, I would clear the peninsula or the little embankment and take a window out in the neighbor over. Smells like
Say it.
M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
Feels so good when it hits your lips. Oh. Morning. That's fucking neighbors, man. Yeah. Nintendo Switch is still on Switch. It's still on a vibe. Feels so good when it hits your lips. You want some lemonade? No, it's okay. I just cracked a beer. Happy Gilmore, that peninsula. You eat pieces of shit like that for breakfast?
Wow.
We're still trying to do the Sunday night. I can't even talk right now. We're still trying to do the Sunday night Mario Kart vibe. Last Sunday was just too gnarly. I cleaned the whole garage. We shot a blind taste contest video that we didn't have to. We drank 10 beers, and then we, what up, Giant Beat? What's up, Brunch? Hope you got your t-shirt.
Back off, war child, seriously.
And we're going to get it going. And I said something like a long time ago I was going to do a giveaway for a Nintendo Switch, and I have not done that yet. But don't think I forgot about it either. Someone will get it. Mario Kart's like you don't have to think that much into it. You can just kind of rock and roll. You know, if you get home from a long work day or something like that, you can play Mario Kart. Anybody can drink a couple beers and play Mario Kart. What's going on in the chat? Yo, I got a buddy in Astoria. It's a 3-hour drive for me. Let me know when I need to pay him a visit. I'm super down, Delonius. I am way down, man. Delonius has the Barrage t-shirt on too, man. Oh, Jonathan Elliott has one too. We'll all walk around town wearing Barrage t-shirts, and people be like, what the fuck are you guys wearing, man? And be like, you got to ask. You're not a Barrage. You're blowing it. Checking in from Santee, man. What up, Bonehead? Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes north of you. 30 miles, 30 minutes. Torpedo for the wake up. I know. Spirit World? Who's talking shit? Everyone's talking shit. I still have a phone under Wi-Fi. It's my dad's old phone. It's all beat to shit. See the lines in it? But once I leave my house, I am back to normal. Big shout out to Booze Brothers. Big shout out to everybody at Booze Brothers. They finally got their 4th location up and running today. I might go over there. Probably not, because it's Vista. It's kind of far. But they've been trying to do this for a long time, and COVID really fucked them up. Booze Brothers are my dude. They are big. They don't like to be on the channel. They don't like to be in front of the camera and stuff like that. One of them's just is not his vibe. Donnie's kind of a shy guy, and the other guy's got a wife that watches the videos, and every time he comes over, he gets shit for it because we'll just, be pouring beers on our faces or taking baths with our clothes on or something like that. And they help out with the channel. Booze Brothers, some of my best friends. I used to work there. John and Eric have been there. It's a little slice of heaven. If anybody's ever comes to North County to drink beer, put Booze Brothers on your radar. If you want to feel kind of like a nerdy vibe, same quality of beer, check out Battle Mage. And anyway, Booze Brothers was able to open up their, I think, 4th location tonight. It's called the Vistonian. It's in downtown Vista by the old Mother Earth. That's not there anymore. When Mother Earth used to rule the world with their Cali Creamin'. Yeah, Eric Lane, fuck yeah. I was there today, man. What's funny is I was there today, and this was the first time I watched them on their canning line. And there's like some therapy to it. I did construction forever. Some days it's kind of cool just to dig or trench, just because you don't have to think about anything. There's nothing like you can really fuck up unless you hit a hose or something like that. But for the most part, like you're doing work, you can put on headphones. Canning line is like a less stressful version of that. I'm not saying, full time it's rad, but if you do it like once a week or you did it, a couple hours a day, it's just rad. I felt like I was at the Smithsonian Museum looking at something, and some guy's on a ladder or a staircase ladder. He's feeding it cans, and it's coming down, and just watching the cans twirl kind of like a roller coaster, and they get hit with not star sand, the other one, iodine, iota 4, and then they come back and they get purged with CO2, and then they get filled up with beer, and then the thing that spins it really fast, and then they get hit with another shot of probably star sand or iota 4. But it's therapeutic. Like, I just sat there for 20 minutes, drank an IPA at 10 a.m., and I was like, nobody needs to talk right now. Let's just watch this canning line work its magic. and I felt like there was classical music playing. Even though there was not, that's what it felt like. I felt like the museum scene from Ferris Bueller when the movie just kind of goes in that weird direction of they're just looking at art and it just kicks it in like a classical song and it's all inspirational. That's what I felt today, looking at David Donnie can beer. And they've got, Mike came on last week. When people talk about canning beer, it's like a car. There's like the $30,000 canning line. There's the $50,000. There's the $80,000. There's the $150,000. And I think it's more so based off how many cans it can do, how fast it is, and obviously, you know, like does it break down or whatever and shit like that. And I think Booze Brothers has the bee's knees, the kitty's titties, the spirit world, the cat's meow. But yeah, it's cool. Canning machines are cool. Canning lines are cool. It's a lot different than just watching a beer tender do a crowler or something. Text Maury. More Lord. Some days Maury just wants to cut the whole world off. And I'm with him. I think we all are to an extent. Yep, nothing. It's a 14-hour day for Maury. It's a 14-hour day for Maury. But we're here. We got 61 people watching. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Bonehead. Pony Patcher, let me know if you want to set up some beer trades. Yeah, my favorite part about this whole thing, this is my favorite night of the week. You guys make it all real. Is when I see the @ stuff. When people are like, thanks for following me on Facebook, or thanks for the beer trade, or just answering my question. I love that. Look at that. Delonious Monk. Eric Lane, I'll message you. I need to hop off, though. Back in North Carolina for the first time in 3 years. So I need to spend time with your family. Hang out with your family, Delonious. Don't be a loser like me. Anybody tried Dust Bowl Brewing? Bout of SenCal? No. I think I'm going to do a Hoppy Tedder clone. Teddy Hopper. Heady Topper. If anybody's got some 411 on that. If anybody's done a Heady. Is it Heady Topper? Family is way overrated. Tom Alvarado. New bumper sticker? New t-shirt? Family is way overrated. Children are beyond overrated. Wives and husbands are beyond overrated. I want to do a Heady Topper clone. I know that Heady Topper, yeah. If you can shoot me that recipe, I'd NOTL, roll on the floor laughing. Heady Topper, yeah. I want to do a clone of that. We haven't done a clone in a long time. We used to do clones of Sculpin and Pine Drops, which is kind of like the redheaded stepchild to Deschutes' Fresh Squeeze. But we got the Sculpin recipe one time, and Roger, I can't name names, but a dude used to work there, and he got fired from Stone, and he was like, fuck Stone, yada, yada, yada. And he gave us the Sculpin recipe, and we made it, and it's on, if you actually want to, Sculpin's not as big as it was. Sculpin used to take over the world. Sculpin was huge. We used to go into breweries and they'd have their tap set up, and then Sculpin would have like its own little mini refrigerator over here, and they would charge $7 or $8 a pint for it when everything else was $5 or $6. And this was probably like close to 10 years ago. And then they sold out, and they've never been as big as when they sold out to Constellation. But we knew a dude that was like, fuck this company, fuck Stone, I hate everybody fucking here. Here's the recipe. And we made the recipe, and it's literally on the internet. It's the Sculpin recipe. We had the page and everything. It was like a scroll from like Indiana Jones or, I don't know, Beverly Hills Ninja or something. You know, some ancient Chinese or Japanese. Can't say that anymore. But yeah, so I want to do another clone video, and I think every Homebrew for Life video is going to end in a blind taste contest, because that's really the only way to tell. You know, anybody that's worked in a tasting room, whether it's a winery or Goonies, One-Eyed Willie. That's the name of another beer I'd have on. One-Eyed Willie IPA. The best beer names are fictional characters from the 80s and 90s. One-Eyed Willie IPA. Come on down! One-Eyed Willie. One-Eyed Willie. One-Eyed Willie Blonde. Heady Rock Sculpin. Yeah, Heady Topper's got... I don't think they've sold out. Where's Heady Topper from? Virginia? chunk stout. Chunked in my pants stout. It's weird. It's tough to say like who was the grandfather of the hazy movement. Yeah, Vermont. Shout out to DB Dano. Shout out to Hopeful. Shout out to Pony Pasture. Aaron Barzamian. Marriage is overrated too. I will never get married. I don't think I'm built for like the traditional world. New England. I don't think you're right, Matt Landis. I'm going to go to the Vermont guys. Recipes on mainstream beer feels overrated at this point. I don't want to mimic. I want to advance it. That's fair. I like that train of thought. It's wreck. I really do. I just need beer videos to put out on my YouTube channel. And somebody did send me a Heady Topper. I think it was Brandon Bendorf. And thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
Wow.
And I want to do it because I love doing the blind taste contest videos. And let's just make them in the same video. Let's just put them together and see if pretty much it comes down to like, did you do good or not? Was your beer good or not? If you can't tell the difference and everyone's fucking up, you did great. You nailed it. Heady is the OG East Coast IPA. Yeah. And people on the West Coast, Bonehead, they don't really know about the Alchemist, Heady Topper. What's the other one out there? Like Julius or Julius X or Julius Double or Julius Triple. People in San Diego, I mean, the beer nerds do and the homebrewers do, but it would crush out here. You know, people would know Heady Topper the same way they would know Sculpin. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like my mother, Treehouse crushes. What up, Night of the Living Funk? My mom, my aunts, my uncles, like they will go to a bar and order Sculpin just because they know that word, but they have no idea like what beer style it is. And that's when you know your branding fucking rocks. When people don't even know what they're buying and they're saying the word, you're retired. You're a millionaire. You're a trillionaire. And if you brought Heady Topper over to San Diego or the West Coast, it would crush because it is a delicious beer. And I had it shipped at room temperature. You know, it sat in a P.O Box for 4 days and it was still delicious. Imagine if you got it over here with temperature control and, you know, it was a legitimate distributor or a refrigerated big wheeler and it was, you know, quality controlled the whole time. It would slay. And I don't know what's stopping them. It might be one of those things where they're not trying to take over the world. Kind of like, what's the lager from the East Coast? They don't distribute west of the Yingling. They don't distribute west of somewhere just because they don't want to. They want to create like that in and out vibe where you have to kind of go to them. I don't know. It's interesting though. Believe there's a different clone on Brewfather. I'm into that. Yeah, if anybody can send me a Heady Topper recipe, I can just kind of go off that. And they probably say on somewhere on their website, like the top 3 hops. The most popular beers do, like Fresh Squeeze does. Fresh Squeeze, if you go on their website, they'll let you know what hops they use in their beer. But some breweries are like, we keep it close to the chest. Like this is like ancient Chinese secret. You motherfuckers are never going to know. And I think that it's a good idea. That's a good question. Is it good to put your recipes out there if you're a commercial brewery? I would say yes. I would probably used to say no, but if you're like, yeah, I want homebrewers to make this and mimic this because it's going to grow. Like if we had, say we had a brewery called Pony Pasture Brewery and we had Sloth IPA and it was taking over the world and homebrewers were like, I want to make Sloth Chunk IPA. It's called Sloth Chunk IPA. I would want people to drink it, love it, and then try to make it themselves. And I would put the whole recipe on there. I would put the flame out, the water profile, because what are they going to do? They're going to brew it. They're going to love it if they're good brewers or good enough brewers. They're going to tell your friends. They're going to tell their friends. They're going to have their friends drink it. And the reputation or the word of mouth is going to grow even more. I'm with Jonathan Elliott. So I know that there's some people that are like, you know, this is so, we'll put it in a vault. Our recipes are so whatever, egoed out or private or whatever. But like, no, I would smear it all over the internet, and I would want everybody to try to brew it and do the videos that I'm talking about, and then do a blind taste contest and see like, how well did you nail it? Did you spike it? Mike, yes, I'd put the whole recipe out there too. I'm with Mike, 100%. Rosemount Brewer, give 10 breweries the same recipe and you will have 10 different beers. Hard to duplicate on every system. Recipes should be made public. I agree with you 110%. Everything you just said is exactly something I would say. And I've always said that. Hone in your recipe. Hone in your system, not your recipe. If you hone in your system, everything's going to taste good. Everything will taste good. Sharing is caring. Bodine's Brews. Absolutely. And some of these guys change their recipes up from time to time. You're like, I heard Pliny is a rotating hop or something. Every year it's different. It's like, at this point, they could probably do anything. And people would still just be like, Pliny. They're not going to question what's in it, what the water profile is, what yeast they're using. And they shouldn't, as they shouldn't. I want to try Pliny. Pliny is a California beer. It's Russian River. That's like 30 miles north of San Francisco. One of the most beautiful fucking places on planet Earth. It's old. It's country. I went to college up there for I'm like Van Wilder, 7 years. Never got a degree. I did get a degree, but I was still in college way too long. Russian River is the shit. NorCal is the shit. Once you get north of San Francisco, every town is like this small little kind of forest town, like a tucked away little Guerneville or there's just so many places. The Russian River goes through there, and we would just always find cliffs to jump off and shit to climb and stuff like that. Guerneville, Healdsburg, Petaluma, Santa Rosa, Bodega Bay. Yeah, and that's where Russian River is, man. It rips. Corbell's out there, the champagne company. They kill it, man. This talk in text sucks. Yes, it does. The funny thing is I don't understand why breweries don't always share, so I'm going crazy, stuck up, and it baffles me. I'm with Pony Pasture. I agree 110%. It's like a recipe, right? Like if Martha Stewart makes something cool, it's like make a book about it. Let other people do it so they can enjoy it. It's exactly like that. Blind Pig is better than Pliny. I'm with Tom Alvarado, 100%. I love Blind Pig. And it's like 6%, 6.5%. DB Dano, there really aren't that many different ingredients in brewing anyways. Everyone is using similar malts, hops, and yeast, so why keep it a secret? I agree with that, and I don't agree with that. But who the fuck am I? That definitely sounds like something I'd say, though. That is a great analogy, CH. Thank you. I have no idea what I said, but thank you. We got good stuff on the East Coast. Rusty Rail and Trogs are amazing, like I said. What's Trogs? Trolls? Rusty Rail and Trogs. I live right by Yingling, but I need a West Coast thing. You should start a revolution with CH as our lead. We should start a revolution. No, we shouldn't. We'd all get fired. We would all get fired. Somebody asked me that the other day. They're like, if you were president, how long do you think you'd get last? I'd be like 5 minutes. I would be like, open everything up. I didn't say that. But the world would go to shit. We need to have Gnome Brewing as president. NBC? Gnome Brewing. It comes down to process and technique. I agree with that. And with what Gnome is saying, I think if like any one of us, we were brewing, we all know our homebrew systems. If we got hired at a place to brew, the beer is going to be a little bit different for a while because you have to hone in that system. You have to hone that system in. It comes down to process and technique. If you give the people the recipe, it still won't turn out the same on their system. Agreed. 100%. 100%. Anybody going to be on the Hoppy Hour, the Hoppy Possum event tonight in Tennessee? Anybody going to be on the Hoppy Possum event in Tennessee? No D. Gomez, but that sounds fun. That sounds super fun. If I were president, I would. I hate every politician equally. Voluntary optional NBC. There's our coffee mug. There's our sticker. D's, I'm one for the happy hour possum. I'll be there. That sounds rad. When is that? I want to go to Tennessee. Uh-oh, here she is. Should we get the girl on? Uh-oh. Kaya was watching. The pretty girl's watching. Kaya Waska. We tried to get her to call in on Sunday, and she either hates me or was just really not feeling it. But we were having fun. What up, pretty girl? How are you? Long day at work. Enjoy your Trulies. Tell Dexter I said hello and send my love. CH, I'll send you Mad Elf in the winter. I'm super down. I need beers. I need more beers from the East Coast. And I didn't even know about the East Coast until I had the apartment brewer on. Portly gentlemen. Thank you, Portly. Got the shout out on Instagram. Thank you, Bradley. We still got to team up. You and Pros with Peter and Trent Brucho. But when I had the apartment brewer on, I didn't know that ciders were such a big thing in New York. And not only are they a big thing, but like they're proprietary, knowing where apples come from. And that's something that San Diego or the West Coast has never had. I mean, I think ciders were kind of a kick before hard seltzers took off. And then when hard seltzers took off, I mean, Kai was drinking one right now. I'm sure there's a lot of people drinking them right now. When hard seltzers came on, like a lot of the alternative beers, especially when it comes to like gluten-free or vegan or, you know, there's an environmental card or something like that, White Claws are going to shred all the way, or Truly or whatever. They're all the same, but yeah, I don't know. I need to go to Tennessee. I need to drink at that place, and I need to go visit Steve, apartment brewer up in New York. And I would love to go to a cidery. I've never been to a cidery. I've been to whiskey places. We've all been to, obviously, beer tasting rooms. We've been to wineries. Wineries are awesome. Wine tasting is the funnest thing of all time. But I've never been to a place that just has cider. And, like, not only that, but, you know, if you see all these Johnny Appleseed shit in the back and everyone's stepping on apples and stuff like that, that sounds like a fucking hangout. That sounds like a super rad barrage day. Hey, what's up, dude? Eric Rubio. We're out in Tennessee. I'm going next month. I want to go to Tennessee, man. I want to go to Tennessee. Steve's in New Hampshire. Sorry, honest mistake. New Hampshire, New York. Gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit? Cider Corpse in Mesa, Arizona has some awesome ciders. Shout out to Bodine's Brews. That is definitely on my radar. This is why I love the chat. It's not advertising. It's just word of mouth. If somebody says something's good, it's good. Unless they're a fucking idiot, which is a small % chance. Johnson City. Number 9 is Good Circus Boy is better. Steve's in New Hampshire. Sorry, Steve. Apartment brewer. Honest mistake, man. I need to buy another t-shirt because I lost the one that I bought. The tank top. But he's got great merch. Steve's the man. He's a good dude. Steve's a great dude. He did my podcast. And I'm going to say it because I'm a shithead, but he started his YouTube channel because he was going through a breakup and he was battling some depression or yada, 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 stuff like that. Some demons, some blue stuff. And his YouTube channel kind of helped him kind of get out of that funk. And now he's engaged to a new girl and life is good. And I wish him super well. And I think that's a really good story. I think it's a super rad story. And I've always said that. It's like if you're going through some shit, you know, you either get up on stage and try to crack jokes, or you pick up a guitar, or, you know, you start a YouTube channel. Magic Hat is comparable to Ballast Point. Fuck Ballast Point. Night of the Living Funk. Magic Hat is comparable. I honestly don't even know if Ballast Point's still a thing. I really... Maybe in Little Italy or the diehard Point Loma people, but... I will always support the mom and pops over shit like that. Unless it's like the only option. At a Padre game, the beer's like $17. You're like, fuck, man. Paying $17 for a sculpin in my own town. Sucks. Fuck me, man. I need some breweries in Tennessee to hit up beside Bearded Iris and Southern Grist. Never heard of any of these. And people hit up Instagram or mostly on Instagram. Instagram definitely has like the dumbest questions of all time. But somebody be like, hey man, have you ever heard of like Eric Rubio Brewery? And I'm like, what part of San Diego do you live? And they're like, no, I'm from Fargo, Michigan, Minnesota. I'm like, dude, I don't even know half the breweries in my town. No, I've never heard of the brewery that you're talking about. No one's ever heard of the brewery you're talking about except you. No one knows of any of these breweries. We could all be bullshitting. We could all be lying. Hey, have you ever heard of a Sloth Chunk IPA? It's in, south of the North Pole, right next to Ballast Point. I'm like, no, I've never been there. Oh, okay, yeah, check it out. You just make this shit up at this point. Jorge Castro, what's up, brunch? Sorry about Sunday, man. It's going to get going, I promise. It's right here. I shit you not. It's charging. It's ready to rock and roll, man. What spoon should I buy? Yeah, hey, you know what? And I'm talking shit right now, but we've all been there. Hopeful Brewing. Like, I literally remember asking Battle Mage guys, Chris, texting him all day while he's trying to start a business, have a kid, work another job. Like, yeah, what should I buy? Should I buy a wooden spoon? A plastic spoon? A stainless steel spoon? It's like, looking back, it's like, it's a fucking spoon. It's a goddamn spoon. Unless you're putting the plastic spoon, and it's not even at boil. It's for mash. It's to stir up the clumps and stuff like that. It's at 150 degrees. Like, you could use Toys R Us toys to stir it up. Like, it does not matter what spoon it is. But we've all been that guy. We've all been that guy. I'm not denying it. I've definitely been that guy. Blazing Saddles Jalapeno Blonde. Have you tried that yet? Yeah, it's the new brewery off the 98 and the 56. Plastic spoon. It doubles as a sparge arm. What's going on over here? Dude, I'm super down to go to Tennessee. Keep me posted on that. If someone could email me when that beer thing's going down, I would love to go to Tennessee. I would love to go to Tennessee. I heard Tennessee is kind of like most places in the world where if you're in the heart, it's awesome. But if you leave the big city, shit gets weird real fast. And that's every city. That's Denver. That's Colorado. That's San Diego. You know, you go inland in San Diego. You go over to the Salton Sea, you're in, the Hills Have Eyes territory really fast. Really fast. When you leave the big cities in America, shit gets pretty weird. Shit gets pretty wild. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hang out in the coolest parts of Tennessee and go to the coolest restaurants and stuff like that. Mel Brooks IPA. I'm with that. I'm with Hopeful Brewing. Festival of the Dark Arts in February in Astoria. I told you I'd go to that, and I'll probably be there. If Kiowaska chimes in, maybe I can get her a ticket to go up there too. Did she hear that? Did she hear that? She's not watching anymore. Going to a brew fest in Charleston in October. Rock and roll. The Sultan is dope. Ryan Carter. I hung out there for an entire with some locals, and it was interesting to say the least. It's a weird city. They did a movie on it with Val Kilmer, and it's got to be like the crystal meth capital of the entire universe. What do you do in the desert? You sniff drugs and you ride a dirt bike and you wear t-shirts that say Metal Militia. What did I miss? Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, Barrage. We're going to see that really fast.
Say it.
M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
I'm back. I'm texting the Booze Brothers guys. I am going to go over there. I kind of feel like a scumbag. David Collette. It's their new spot. I want to pop in there, say what up. We'll do one more beer after this. I just kind of wanted to thank everybody who watched the most recent Homebrew for Life video. Always a good chat. I love everyone talking to each other. I am going to go there for a little bit. I feel like I'd be a super scumbag friend if I didn't show up. I feel like a super scumbag if I leave here too. Back in the saddle again. Brew Mill Tony. We're back. We're back in the saddle again. I'm always back in the saddle, man, even when I'm not. CH, do you have the same P.O Box in Carlsbad? Yeah, we do. And I'm glad you reminded me of that because my dues are coming up. It's like $100 for 6 months to have the smallest little shitty P.O Box. And you only need the smallest shitty P.O Box because if you have a big package, if somebody sends you beer, they put it in like a giant one and they just give you a little key for it. So there's really no reason at all to buy. There's like the small, the medium, and the large P.O Boxes, but nobody really ever needs anything more than the small one, I don't think. Come down to Knoxville, Tennessee. David Collette, I'm super down. I am more down than you could imagine. I've been to New Orleans. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Portland. I got to go to Astoria. I've been to New York. Be kind of a weird beer trip to go to New York. There's a million other places I'd like to go to. Drunk Bunta. What up, you brunch? I just commented on your last video after your last stream and jumped into a current lice stream. I don't. I have no idea what you just said, man. But you special. So after, we'll do one more beer after this. And then I want to go and these guys work so fucking hard. Just get shut down by COVID. And I got to show some face. But keep it going. I'm going to get one more beer. I'm going to fill up. Can't even drink this stuff, man. Can't even drink Torpedo. I got to go back to my Mexican lager. You guys keep the chat going. I can't even drink this shit. I'll be right back. BRB. Hold it down. Tony, hold it down. Hold it down. I'm back in the saddle again. Oh. How did we do? Did Tony do a good job? By the way, I was thinking a little bit more about what we talked about on Sunday. If I had a brewery, how many taps would I have on? I'd only have 4. I would be the in and out of breweries. And this is a beer I would definitely have on. This is my Frank Zappa Mexican lager. Less is more. It turned out good. I would not do anything. I would not fix anything. Why fix it if it's not broken mentality? And I would have that on. I would have one hazy on. I would have a West Coast IPA on. And I would have a kettle sour on. That's it. 4 beers. That's it. I'm with Jorge Castro. Number 4. 4-minute abs. What if somebody comes out with 6-minute abs? No. 7-minute abs. I'm just sick of going into places where I'm just reading the menu for 20 minutes, and that goes for restaurants too. If your menu's too big, I think people feel stupid. There's just something to In-N-Out's menu. There really is just something. 4 is all you need. I'm with Pony Pasture. 4 is all you need. 4 is all you need. Anybody who has a kegerator or a chest freezer or something is like, you don't need 12 fucking handles on. Which is impressive as a home brewer. If you actually can have 12 different styles of beer on, my heart goes out to you. But it's like, come on, man, you got 6 IPAs on? Like, just make the best IPA and sell it. And then just get rid of everything else and make a kettle sour. Make a peach Berliner Weiss. Make the lightest possible hard seltzer or lager or $12 in and out. Shout out to Flash Sea Dog, man. Thank you so much, man. Much love, brush. Beer runs out faster than you can fill up all those tabs. I'm with Jorge, man. I'm surprised this beer is actually even still on. I'm really surprised this beer. What do you guys keep your PSI regulators at? I do 8s these days. I used to do like 15. 5-gallon batches, just wasting like 1 ounce drives me crazy. So I just go off 10. Ben Vanna. Yeah, I go off 8. I go like 5 to 8 PSI nowadays. It's going to get there. It's going to take a little bit longer to fill your beer up, but you're going to get there. 10, 8. Go 5. It's going to give you the perfect pour. That is the perfect pour, is 5 PSI. Pressure per square inch on your regulator. I mean, if you jack that up over 12, you're going to waste a lot of beer, and you could potentially waste some gas. 11. I got a question for anybody. Does anybody use digital PSI gauges and have any success with that? Because I saw a video where Clawhammer did it. They made a spunding valve, and I didn't even know they had 30, 60 PSI. Pour your beers at, just leave it on 60 PSI for 1 month, and then just put your head under it like a soft serve machine from McDonald's, like a McFlurry machine, and drink the whole thing right then, right now. But I saw a video where I think it was Kyle from Clawhammer Supply where he made a spunding valve and he used a digital one. I was like, whoa, the T100. The future is here. But that was the first time I saw it. I don't know if it's a reliable source. I don't know if it's too good to be true. I don't know if it's too expensive. I don't yet like is it even worth buying? I do not know. But they made one. And anything digital should be better. Especially when it comes to like thermometers or like Inkbird stuff. I don't think I have a thermometer that's not digital that I actually trust. Everything that all my Inkbirds or Anvil temperature controls or something like that, I mean, they are way more accurate than the stuff that's not digital. Here comes the Waska. I'm texting her right now. I'm like, we're going to go to Tennessee. We're going to go out there with Barrage Mill Tony. She's writing back. I fucking hate you. Block my number. No one likes you. Eat shit and die, motherfucking. I'm kidding. She's watching this. I think she's watching this. 70 degrees Fahrenheit, you have to sump a 28 psi to cold crash the appropriate carbonation. I'm not too sure I understand what that means. Yes, I'll buy you a ticket. I need a vacation. Man. I'm glad. There she is. I'm just glad that Homebrew for Life's back. We dicked off way too often with these beer battered waffles or pizza, whatever. We're just gonna get back to beer for the remainder of the year. That's the whole why we're here, why we're hanging out with each other right now. Pretty much everything. There's a pot roast written down back there. Do you see the pot roast? Sous vide pot roast. Short ribs. I wish short rib was an off flavor. I'm going to do a braggot. I'm going to try to collab with some local breweries. Mermaid Tears. Best name for a beer ever. And we're going to do it at Helia. My buddy who owns the brewery is actually in Greece right now. Kelby. Eric Lane. Jonathan Elliott. We've been to Helia. Place shreds. The place kills it, man. And I want to try to do a collab with the brewery. And it'd be obviously cool if they put it on tap, but if they put it in a can, that would rip. And I don't give a shit about any money or royalty or 10 cents of every 6-pack sold. I would just want to see something that like one of my ideas got out there. Third YouTube, Cooking with CH. It'll bomb. All my shit bombs. Swedish Meatball IPA. Mermaid Tears, yeah. We talked about it, and Kelby always says he's down. I never know if Kelby's like the nicest guy ever. I don't think he's a no guy. I'm getting towed, hopefully. Collab with Culver. Kelby is the barrage. Yeah, Kelby's the brunch. Kelby gave Jonathan Elliott and Eric Lane like a whole case of beer on a Saturday night. He didn't have to. He's a brunch. Breweries are booming in New England, Tennessee, popping up everywhere. Best mustache next to mine. Kelby fucking rips. Kelby's such a good dude. Cooking with CH. Maybe if we're still around in 30 years, if I'm still alive. Probably won't be, but if I'm around in 3 decades, we will do Cooking with CH. And we'll get 800 views on a video that takes me 30 hours to edit. I was wasted. Kelby's a stud. We had a blast. Kelby fed us too. Kelby's a fucking barrage. Kelby rips hard. Yeah, he's in Greece right now. He's the owner of Helia. He's got a really good tasting room. They're just a little bit late to the table in terms of like the oversaturation in North County. If he was around 10 years ago, he'd be a fucking Sculpin or a Ballast Point. We ate. We were there. Kelby who? CH, is pressure Zappa beer still tastier than the one pressurized? You know what? Good question. Three Dogs Brewery. I cannot tell the difference, and I don't want to burn one out faster than the other, so I'm honestly just mixing them at this point. And like I said, we could not tell the difference. Actually, the one on the right is a little bit more carbonated, which is weird because that was the one with the blow-off tube. But I'm calling everybody out. There's 67 people here right now. If you guys can brew a lager yeast, 65 isn't really like room temperature. But if you can brew a lager yeast and make it taste like a lager, give it a go because it's a cool little experiment. It's a rad little hypothesis. Eric Rubio, that pizza video was dope. Shout out to Eric Rubio, man. Mandatory beer
Say
chug.
it.
M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
Brewed 3470 at 75 degrees, and it was 100% fine. Night of the Living Funk. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm not saying John Palmer's full of shit or Charlie Papasan, but I'm saying they're full of fucking shit. No, I just think it's different. I just think that 77 degrees, I mean, if you could do a lager this part of the year, I know it's hot everywhere. It's hot in Canada. It's hot in Colorado. It's really hot here. When I shot that video on Saturday and Sunday, it looked like it took a month to do, but I literally was just sweating profusely. I was permanently sweating, and I had to put on a new t-shirt pretty much every hour. And I wear the sweatbands because I get gross. I hate sweat on my face. It's my biggest pet peeve. So Maury rips on me. He tells me I look like Aunt Jemima. But if you could actually pull the lager off this time of the year, everything we knew about brewing is out. There's no such thing as pseudo lager anymore, Matt Landis. If it's not a pseudo lager, if everything works. Brew Mill Tone, it's 89 degrees. If Tony can brew a Mexican lager where it's 89 degrees, I'm going to quit the channel. I'm not going to quit the channel, but I'm going to start making cider or something where I can actually teach people shit. Broshfest 2021. What up, Schnickel? Schnickel, Chris Vodka, come on down. We're hanging out here. We'll probably do one more after this, but I do have to go show face. I'll probably Uber at this point. I don't have a phone. How the fuck do I Uber? No, I can get over there. We still got 72 people watching, man. Shout out to everybody here. Jonathan Elliott, Eric Lane. We're fucking in spirit world right now, baby. Mup, mup. Just ferment in a mini fridge with an ink bird. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but yeah, if you have that, yeah. Breweries are going to be busting out more lagers now. Cheers on the comeback. Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. You still go into breweries and they have like ambers and stouts. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing besides being bad at business? When's the last time somebody ordered a stout? Maybe at 10 o'clock or 7 a.m. But every brewery is like a restaurant. You can see like the top 3 things that sell and the top 10 things that have cobwebs on them. It's like, get rid of that shit. What? Goofball. I like butter and butterscotch flavors anyway. I'm 100% with Eric Brooks. I know exactly what he's talking about. Enjoy Booze Brothers' new spot. Thank you, Eric. Much love for the super chat, man. I know, like off flavors, like it kind of tastes like butter and scallions and lobster. It kind of tastes like surf and turf. It's like, let's just make that beer and let's sell it. It kind of tastes like your favorite sushi roll. All right, let's roll with it. Let's rock and roll with it, dude. I don't even know if IPAs are. I think IPAs are getting. We kind of talked about this last week. I think it's more of kind of a buy a 6-pack or 4-pack to go. But as far as tasting room sales, they're definitely not as popular as they were. Not even close. Not even close. Elliot Tucker, what video are you most proud of besides Carbonate? Love getting stoked on brewing, watching Homebrew for Life. Good question, Elliot Tucker. Which video am I most proud of? And I did make a video on this. Like anybody that's a photographer or a brewer, anybody that's a brewer, like this is the best beer. Like this is delicious. And everyone's going to think that this is delicious. That kind of rolls over to my YouTube bullshit. Which video am I most proud of? Probably this one. And I'm not saying it just because it's fresh in my mind, but the way I like doing Homebrew for Life is I like putting 3 videos in one. And I know I don't fit into YouTube's algorithm. If you want to make $1 million on YouTube or make a career on YouTube, you have to put out pretty much a video every week. That's 15 minutes. And I could do that, but it would be shit content. But with the Frank Zappa video, there's a recipe in there. There's a hypothesis in there. And there's a blind taste contest in there. And I think that's the first time Homebrew for Life has done that, or we've done that. It's me. I edit everything and I write and I direct, but there's other people that, like, I stole this idea from Donnie and Marshall and Brewlosophy, and then Trevor's in the videos and Mike's in the videos, and Maury I think Maury's just like burned out on life. I love Maury. He's one of my best friends, but he's just the barrage, He's like, you hit him up, and he doesn't write back, but then he posts like 10 things on Instagram. And you're like, fuck you, dude. Like, anybody have a friend that doesn't write back, and then they'll like post something? They're like, hey, I'm having like a good time drinking like margaritas on a beach in Hawaii right next to your house. You're like, dude, like, what the fuck, Maury? For the P.O Box, shout out to Bodine Brews, man. Shout out to Bodine Brews. Maybe we'll do another half pint. Much love, man. Super off-roading that. Yeah. That was the game where, like, you can't get too squirrely. You got to get the nitro, the nitrous. But yeah, that's probably, like, I'll do, and the thing about that video too is I know that people don't care about this, but that fits like the YouTube algorithm, right? Like if I make a video that's pizza waffles or surstrumming video, we did that video too, like the worst party ever. No one's Googling that. Like no one's gonna Google or YouTube search like pizza waffles. I mean, maybe they are, but it's not gonna be our, target audience or whatever. If it is, our video is not going to show up. If there's a million pizza waffle videos, it's not going to show up. But this Frank Zappa Mexican lager video, like this is going to fit the algorithm. Not even the algorithm, but the good thing about grain and glass videos is if I died right now and we died or the whole world died, and 10 years from now, if the world started up again and somebody Googled like how to make a Mexican lager, they could watch that video and it would be brand new to them. That's what I love about beer is like we can kind of tweak the wheel a little bit, but it's non-linear. Like homebrew's been homebrew for, I don't know if 100 years, but when the president in 79 or whatever made it legal, like we're all still mixing sugar with yeast and water and adding stuff to make it more delicious and drink it and find the carbonation and make it look clear. Like it's been the same. You know, it's not like software that gets outdated. So with the Frank Zappa video, like somebody could watch this video in 10 years from now and it could feel like brand new to them. Same with forced carbonation, or same with anybody's recipe video. Pony Pasture, thanks, Braj. CH, keep pumping out the vids. Love it. This is for your plane ticket to the East Coast for some brews in the collab. Cheers, man. Much love. Appreciate that. Hell Brews. Hella Dank Seed Co. The Mexican lager. It's right here, man. It's right here, Hella. Thanks, Pony Pasture. And I know you're on the East Coast, man. Shout out to everybody on the East Coast right now. I know that's a vibe. Should we do one more beer here? Fuck Booze Brothers, man. They're going to be open tomorrow. I Found You by Peach Berliner Weiss. Best find ever. Shout out to Jack Martino. That was a great beer, and I would have that beer on tap. You know, the thing about home brewing is we all know this. Like, sometimes you nail it first try. And sometimes you're like, I want to hone it in and do it 3 or 4 more times. And realistically, like, that's the most you're ever going to do to tweak a recipe. Like, I watch brew tubers and they're like, oh, I've been brewing the same IPA for this is my 50th batch or the 100th batch. I'm like, I know you're bullshit. I've probably brewed 120, 25 batches of beer in my lifetime. I'm not going to spend 60 of them or 50% of them doing the same exact beer. Homebrewing is all about experimenting. And going back to what Martino was saying, Jack Martino, that video worked perfectly the first time. And it's a good feeling. And Hope Phil knows what's up. Yeah, Jonathan Elliott knows what's up. It's a good feeling when, like, you brew a hard seltzer or you brew a kettle sour or a Berliner Weiss or a Goza or whatever, and you know what yours is like, and I'm always my worst critic, which I think that's a very good thing to do. If you do everything and you think you're the best or whatever, it's like you're a fucking idiot and you're never really going to know. But if you brew that dill pickle Goza or that peach Berliner Weiss or that hard seltzer, and then you go to a local brewery and they have the same style that you just did, and you drink theirs, and you know, like, no doubt about it, like 10 out of 10 people would say this, like, my homebrew, your homebrew is better than the thing that they're selling. It's a good feeling. We don't say it because it's going to make you look like an idiot and make you look like, you know, an arrogant piece of shit. But you know, you're like, okay, my IPA is better than this. My peach Berliner Weiss is light years better than this. And they're selling this, and there's a line for people to buy this. Cool. Rock and roll, man. Yeah, cool. And we've all got that feeling. We're all brewers. You know, we all know, like, okay, that's your hard seltzer? People are buying it? Shit, mine's way better. Like, fuck, man. Yeah, Eric Rubio, like, yeah. Or Justin David, I have the same feeling about barbecue. Like, damn. And then it fucks with your head. You're like, I got to start a business. I got to open up a brewery. I got to open up a restaurant. I got to start a barbecue place. Yeah. And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. Like, people talk about, like, being their own worst enemy, like it's a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. You should always be your biggest critic and be honest with yourself. And when you really know, like, that was their West Coast IPA? Okay. Okay, all right. Maury, put 20 grand together. Start a brewery. Donnie, you know, put some cash together, man. Let's take over the world. We'll sell beer. I'm getting trolled. We're getting trolled. I'm going to get going, guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'll try to get Trevor on tomorrow. I'm sorry that it's just not my story to share. But big shout out to everybody who's here. Jorge Castro. We'll get it going. This Sunday is definitely not going to be as stressful as last Sunday. Yeast in the Barrage. My biggest critic is Yeast in the Beast. Hey, Trent, who's the shithead that, what's the guy's name? Like Michael something. Who's the guy that blows up YouTubers and he writes like that much? He's like, you can't be using like distiller's yeast for like brew yeast and like, you know, this thing tastes like, you know, banana peel scents. And all of a sudden you're like, dude, if I look at any YouTube comment and it's more than the tweet dosage, you know, 140 characters or less, I don't even write back. I'm not even going to troll you back. I'm not even going to give you the Snapple bottle cap. It's just not happening. Michael David or something. And I want to know if that's like an alias for somebody. That's like Emmett from Clawhammer, or it's Yeast and the Beast, or if it's Clawhammer Supply or some shit like that. That'd be funny as hell. I got to get out of here though, Trent. I just plugged our collab. I'm brewing the thing tomorrow. Mr. Beer Kit Light Beer. His name is Robert Paulson. But super stoked everybody's here. I literally woke up at 5:56 today, man. And this is my favorite night of the week. I just have to go support the new Booze Brothers 4th location, or I'm officially a shitty friend. So one more. Let's get out of here, and we'll try to be on tomorrow with Trevor. I don't do anything. I don't have a job. Dan Diego, cheers from Texas. I got to say something about Dan Diego. Without question, he is the best looking dude in here. He is such a fucking good looking dude. He has sent me a picture of him wearing a Homebrew for Life t-shirt. I was like, dude, you look like Valentino. You look like the most eligible bachelor on planet fucking Earth. All right, everyone, let's get out of here. Dan Diego, send everybody here a selfie, and they can see what I'm talking about. Let's rock and roll. I got to go over to Booze Brothers. Tom, I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll try to get Trev over here. Playing golf tomorrow. We'll make it happen. Night of the Living Funk. Everyone. NBC.
Say it.
M.
No. B.
Just say it.
C.
More, man,